Hey guys, welcome to my next book review. I'm sorry that it took me so long to do it, but as you can see, I've done a few things since then. I changed up my hair and anyways, let's get going. Today I'm reviewing the ACOTAR series, and I just want to start by saying I don't have the first two books with me right now. I have passed them along to be read by other people to see if they like the series, but I have the last three. So, yeah, I'm sorry. There will be no visualization for the first two. But anyways, let's get into it. So, the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses. A lot of people say that it's not very good. That it was really slow and all this other stuff. But let me tell you, I was hooked from the first page. But here's my thing. I'd seen, yes, all these reviews on the whole series, like, as a whole, that it's one of the best series out there. But I still went into it with little expectation. Because going into it with a lot of expectation, you're likely to set yourself up for failure. Okay, so I went into it with no expectations, thinking that maybe this isn't going to be so good. But it blew my freaking mind. I had it finished in no time. Seriously. And then, so, as I mentioned before, or I think I mentioned it, I had been trying to read as many books as I can throughout the year. Well, I had another book set to read after that book that wasn't part of the series. I didn't even have the second book of the series at this point. Because I had bought the first book out of several series to read. So that it was including ACOTAR, Fourth Wing, the Twisted series, Lights Out, Her Soul to Take, The Handmaid's Tale, okay, a whole bunch. And needless to say, okay, after I was finished with the first one, A Court of Thorns and Roses, I immediately went to Amazon and bought the second one. So with the first one, just remember, she's building the whole world, okay? The world, the characters, human and fae. So you really kind of got to be patient and know that that's mostly what that one is about. And my glasses are causing the worst freaking glare from the TV. I'm so sorry. Anyways, that said, book number 2, A Court of Mist and Fury. It was even better than the first one. And I didn't know how that was possible, but it was. And there's so many twists and turns and just enough stuff to keep you on your toes, the edge of your seat, you know, the whole entire time. You are gonna keep turning the pages. You're not gonna want to put it down, okay? Because there's a lot of drama in it, and that's what I like in a book. There's a lot of drama and a lot of other stuff. But it was the best thing that I had read. It was better than the first one. I will say that. Now, we're going to move on to A Court of Wings and Ruin. Here, they start getting pretty thick. This book, it took me a little bit longer to read it than most other books, and that's because there is so much happening and so much information in this book that I was afraid that I was skipping something. So I was going back and rereading pages or paragraphs because I thought I missed something or I didn't retain it enough to carry on. So it did slow me down a little bit, but it is so good. I have never been so invested in a war story in my entire life. I usually don't like that stuff, but this was good. And it had me, this series seriously had me in a chokehold because instead of picking up one of my other books that I had, after I finished A Court of Mist and Fury. I bought the last 3 all at one time at my local Walmart because I was there one day, seen all 3 on the shelves, and I was like, I'm buying those right freaking now. So never mind the other, 20 books I had stashed away to read. This series I could not stop reading at all. Okay. And then came A Court of Frost and Starlight. And it's a tiny little book. So tiny. Which is fine. It was definitely, literally took me, I think, a day and a half to read. With everything else that I do throughout the day. It's a little slow. Okay, if any of these books are slow and not that entertaining, it's this one. But there's a lot of crap in it that you need to know. It's got a lot of important information. So tough it out. Audio book it if you need to. You can get through it. It's part of the story. Last one. A Court of Silver Flames. This is the biggest one of the series. And it took me a little longer to get through this one than it did Wings and Ruin. For part of the same reason that there was so much information, I was afraid that I was going to miss something. Or because it was a difficult transition for me. I cracked it open thinking it was going to be Feyre and Rhysand again, and it wasn't. So it took me a little while to adjust. And especially because as an older sister myself, I am the oldest. There's 5 of us all together. As an oldest sister, I can't understand her completely. I can understand some things, but the fact that she did not take care of her sisters is something I couldn't understand. So it took me a little while to get to know Nesta, but once I did, I really came to like Nesta. And of course, I love Cassian. He's so great. But anyways, so it did take some adjustment, but all in all, these books were incredibly good. They had me in a chokehold for a few months. I couldn't put them down. And yeah, now I'm hooked and just like everybody else and impatiently waiting on book number 6. But yeah, that's all for my review today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back soon with another review. I'll see you later. Bye.